Some of you are probably thinking, Brian, don't you got anything better to do? And of course, my response would be, nope. So sit back and listen to this dish on my thought process on Hollywood lore. Did you say right? We'll see. Hey, what up, my people? This is Brian, Crazy Desert Vet, coming to you with a little bit of dish, or I guess as some of the young folks like to call it, a little bit of tea. I'm like this. Hey, is it sunny outside? I'm about to throw some shade. I know everybody's rolling over right now, so let it go. Anyway, now, what I'm about to talk about is going to be a little bit controversial. I like to do some controversial things every so often, just a little bit dynamically out the box. But hey, without controversy, you can have conversation. Now, mind you, some of this is actually taken from text. Some of this is just my own perception of how I look at things. A little crazy. I tend to go a little deep on things, but in this particular case, I did not. So be proud of me. For those who've been with me for a little bit, no, I will divulge deep and I will do my research and I will pull out some stuff ancestral style. You'd be like, Brian, where are you going with this? But today, I was like, we're going to keep it light. And so, let's get it started. The topic of today's conversation is, hey, Hollywood, and why should I envy you? Now, I'll start this off light, and I'm going to go there. For success for a black man or a black American, it tends to gravitate that they have interracial marriages. Everyone from movie star to athletes. I mean, this is a fact. You see a black dude, you see either a white girl, Hispanic, Asian, something on their side. Nobody's saying that they didn't meet up in college or maybe fell in love some kind of way. Tinder. But it happens. But for the most case, and it was stated that you really couldn't be successful unless you had a black woman, or not a black woman, that had a white woman or other on your side. So it became a badge stating that, hey, I got this fine little white lady here. I'm successful. You better watch more and find out that is not always the case. Now, I won't agree or disagree. Of course, I'm just giving you my slanted position. Now, disclaimer, no one is safe. So you've been warned. If you are soft or sensitive, please don't listen anymore because your feelings are going to get hurt. Or like I like to call, you'll be butt hurt or anything but hurt. That's a bad joke. Anyway, let's start off with O.J. Simpson. This was the trial of the century. Now, O.J. was married to Nicole System, quote unquote, younger, middle-aged white lady. And I honestly believe if it was anyone else, any other race, he probably still would not have got convicted. But it's not like a whole culture would not be holding a grudge. Man, I'm telling you, an entire culture, I don't want to say a race, culture held a grudge against OJ. And they came after him for how do you get off one charge and keep getting hit for other charge now? The last one, yeah, that was on him. And wasn't that smart? I guess he thought he was invincible. Got caught up. But during that trial, and the victory of, the trial for OJ's, like the black people were like, yeah, we got it. We got him. We're up one. For what? What do you mean we're up one? No, we're not up one. I've never seen OJ Simpson standing next to Jesse Jackson or any political or black political party leader, and say, hey, I'm speaking for black Americans. Never seen that. So I'm running through airports, isotonic gloves, jumping over suitcases. Now, this is before a lot of your times. I mean, you can go ahead and YouTube it and you can see it, but those videos were a reality. O.J. Simpson was a prominent football player, made money that way. Also had some dealing with the Kardashians, which I've touched on in the past. Don't really want to touch on to it now. But if you find my videos down, you'll see that I did talk about the Kardashians and how they are cursed. But anyway, the trial was never about guilt or innocence, okay? It was about money. It's always been about money. And they also trumped up some charges which actually got him caught up on. So he went to jail. He's out now. Still trying to work up that fame and get himself back into the light where I guess helps him get money. So everybody's got to have some form of living. This is his. Now, karma. If you know anything about karma, karma does not discriminate. Black, white, indifferent. Karma does not discriminate. And so, since that's the case, hey, generally what you create, karma will, hey, he'll double down on you. So if you create some bad stuff, double down. That's the way it goes. I'm not denying that, and I'm gonna use this as I guess a point of conjecture. Now, it was suggested that Tiger Woods denied his ethnicity and generalized himself as multicultural. But in reality, most people saw only the color of his skin, and well, he looks dark enough to be considered black, and his dad's black. So some people say you have some black in you, you're black. Now, I'll go a little further and say I have actually never seen him with a black woman, nor have I actually seen him with an Asian woman, to which he claims at least partial to one or the other. But if you Google Tiger Woods, you'll see him with a bunch of blonde and blue-eyed women, which was one that came after him with one of his golf clubs. So karma came into play, and Tiger Woods has never been the same since that incident. You know, running out chasing these girls, and I'm not going to sit here and say, because I don't know Tiger Woods, that he's never been with a black woman or Asian or whatever. But I know what I see, and being since I go with what I see, that's what I'm going to rock in with. Hey, you reap what you sow. It is what it is. And the reason why I'm picking on black dudes first, because I know when I go in on black women, I may get some pushback. But then again, I love controversy. I love the challenge. Now, one of the darkest leading men in Hollywood, Wesley Snipes. Now, Wesley stated that he had an attraction to Asians, and that's always been one of those things in the black community, a fondness of Asian women. I'm not gonna lie, I've had it myself. I mean, it happens. But me, as a man, I got a fondness for women. So race is really it's irrelevant at this point, and I'm married too, so it's definitely irrelevant. But only thing I was turning down was my collar. You know, so hey, that lets you know how wide my scope was. But nonetheless, his issue when he came out with that, saying that black women were just hard to deal with, which is, I can see where he's coming from, you know, growing up around black women. But let's be real. It's not black women that are hard to deal with. White women are hard to deal with too. Asian women are hard to deal with. Women are hard to deal with, especially when they get in their mindset. Any married man will tell you, he's not in charge of his house. He runs things all right. He runs the garage door opener, and he runs the lawnmower, and then he runs his mouth when he's walking away mad. That's about it. Now there are some families that the man is generally in charge, but for the most part, how they say it, happy wife, happy life. I think that's crap. You know, you need a happy husband too, but that is a fact. So I still think today most black women are holding a grudge against Wesley, and his problem never really was about the racial thing. He made that comment in Ebony, and they're like, okay, dude, that was kind of a messed up comment. Might want to retract that. But his problem was this: not paying his taxes. Now, of course, he was also a dick. Didn't nobody really like him, both white or black. But he doesn't really fall in the same category as Tiger, who kind of got himself caught up culturally. You know, Wesley Snipes just a jerk. As far as I know, could be still a jerk. I don't know him personally. I don't know any of these people personally. Once again, my opinion. Just did air quotes. Now, me personally, I'm not gonna lie to you. I do have a strong thing against Tiger Woods, and I did hope for his demise. And you call that haterade and whatever, but it's just, to me, you know, the struggle for a lot of black people, and for you to come out and kind of deny half a race, perceptionally, kind of struck a chord with me. The same thing goes with Venus and Serena Williams. You know, it was rumored that they had made a comment about black men, and it was kind of a detriment, you know. And I'm not gonna lie to you, these women don't really have any other features outside of being black. Okay, They're black, no doubt. Um, but the thing about it is, in the interview that I found, and if not substantiated that this interview is 100% accurate, but now, as I stated, I can't validate this, but I can just tell you that it's there. Now, this is how it starts off. The interviewer goes, "Are you saying there are no successful black men to date?" Serena says, "Of course not. But let's face it, if Oprah would date outside of her race, she would be married with children now. The state of most black men is so low, the only thing you can do is love them. Like a poor homeless dog, you can't expect them to protect you. You can only offer shelter and love and watch as our neighbor's pit bull protects his home and family. I, unlike Oprah, am not forced to stay within those boundaries. I was born into a new generation of black women." Now, like I said, the interview is in question. Now, I'll be brutally honest. I can't vouch and won't put my neck out there and get myself sued for saying that this was an actual interview, because I did see something showing that she was dispelling that and couldn't understand why someone trying to ruin her reputation. But this is what I know. Both of them have always dated white men or other. Um, her husband's not quintessentially white, but he's not black. She has a mixed child. Same thing with Venus. And I seen her guy. She must really love him because definitely not. He might have money too. So, and which goes back to why, quote unquote, black men are seen successful when they have white women. I believe that. And the flip side is looked at the same way. Maybe the only way a black woman can see herself as successful is being with a white man, because I do remember seeing also in the text that she said that either A, she could be alone or date white men, or B, date other successful black women, which really didn't make any sense on that one. I was kind of like, really? But in all sense said, it's like, I don't know. I mean, this was out there. The internet doesn't lie. Or does it? But nonetheless, I can only go by with what I see. And what I see, and if I put two and two together, I'm not saying it's 110% correct. What I am saying is there is some truth to it. But you say, hey, Brian, she dated Drake. They went out. Smoke and mirrors, my man. Smoke and mirrors. Yeah. Now, totally on the flip side, Justin Bieber. What the deuce, bruh? Teen Idol turned bad boy? Negative. This troglodyte just hangs with people on the hopes of getting some street cred. Now, getting tatted up and going to jail just makes him look stupid. I mean, it might increase his fan base, I guess, till these people grow up and realize what he truly is. I mean, someone who's potentially banned from coming to the United States. That's how bad it is with this dude. But the point I bring it up is because I am talking about relationships. He's back with Selena Gomez, whose mother was so against the relationship. They had a massive blow up, and she ended up in the hospital. I mean, there's nothing so crucial that you fight with your mother and they end up in the hospital, man. You have to live with that in your conscience that they feel really strong about it. And I'll be honest with you, it didn't take Chris Brown and Rihanna to realize, hey, we're not going to run through this again, no matter how the speculation of them getting back together popped up. They didn't. And more so Rihanna, who's pretty much, she got her stuff together. And, oh, by the way, Rihanna dates black, white, other. But I guess because she keeps it pretty balanced, nobody says anything. It's Rihanna. I just think she has her life together, and she doesn't put herself out there to where she's drawn into those type of conversations. Now, that's just my opinion, of course. I'm nobody. At least today I'm nobody. It is what it is. Now, to the utterly ridiculous, Octomom is back in the news. Natalie, which is her name, Says all she wanted was a big family, but never expected hers to grow so big. She admitted she was young, dumb, and selfish. When she had children back in the day, you know, to her, I guess it all didn't come together. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did she not already have 6 kids? Doesn't that not constitute a big family? I'm sorry, anything over 2 is pretty big for me. So that's a lot of mouths to feed. Um, Young and dumb? No, that's straight up stupid. Okay. The process really doesn't make any sense to me. Thirdly, how did she get the money in the first place for the in vitro? Because it's not cheap. But hey, when you have 14 kids, I guess spinning on a pole doesn't seem too bad. Which means you are already morally insufficient. So I'm not going to beat her up because life has done it already. Now, this is more of a gray section, meaning color isn't a factor. Halle Berry and Jennifer Aniston. Now, these are 2 beautiful women. Everybody's already talking about Holly this. I think my brother-in-law likes Halle Berry. Okay. Jennifer Aniston, same thing. But these women can't keep a man. They just can't keep a man. Now, I've never seen Jennifer Aniston date outside of her own race, and that's her preference, and I'm not knocking her for it. Hey, suck it to you. But I have seen Halle Berry go back and forth. And I can't blame Halle Berry because she started off, from what I know, with 2 black men, and she is biracial, so we got to put it out there as well. But she started off with 2 black dudes, and they kind of took, I guess you can say, a less famous bedroom option. One saying, which is Eric Benet, that he had a sex addiction. Okay. Normal people like myself, we don't have sex addictions. You go to Dr. Phil, says, Dr. Phil, I have a sex addiction. No, Dr. Phil's going to come off the top rope and DDT your face through the wall. Okay, I don't know how you DDT your face through the wall. I probably went to the floor. But still, he's going to bring you pain and make you look stupid in the process. Because having this sex addiction and like having sex, I don't really think of the same thing. That's your cop out. Okay. Just because I can ride my motorcycle as fast as I can, or I'm jumping snowmobiles and doing flips, that's something crazy that I do. Doesn't mean I'm crazy. Okay. My judgment may be impaired, but I'm not crazy. You understand? If you can put those 2 together, sex addiction and like having sex, meaning that you don't make the best decisions. So maybe you're decision impaired. We'll call that decisionally impaired. Sounds pretty good. I go with that. But yeah, they, for whatever reason, they can't keep a man. And I have found this very interesting because there's a lot of women like that. Very beautiful, have some type of status, and can't keep a man. Can anyone answer that question? They're controlling, or they're crazy, or they're both. Mariah Carey, gold digger supreme. And at this point in her life, is not as attractive as she used to be. She's got some serious sandbags on her face. They found out she kind of looked like Droopy the dog. Don't nobody really like me. And she's crazy. And the last guy she was messing with was a billionaire. Crazy. And like I said, the only misfortune for most men is that they don't rank high enough financially to even get on the radar for these women. And I strongly believe that is the detriment, because you cannot be with someone who is just as self-absorbed as you are, or maybe even more so. Now, honestly, not every Hollywood relationship is interracial. Not every Hollywood relationship is in some type of dire straits. Some are pretty good. No issues. Denzel Washington, his wife, Robert De Niro, who, oh, by the way, is married to a black woman. Just want to throw that out there. But the point of matter I'm getting at is not everybody is making these snap and bad decisions. So, and we got to look at it for what it is. It's you. Male or female, it's your decision making process. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, when I was single, and I will use that as because I'm very happy married and I'm content to where I'm at. But when I was single, I would always say the only thing I can offer a rich or famous person is me, because I ain't got nothing else. My love and affection. That's about it. And for most people, that's what they don't have. Love and affection. And the third and last thing, which is total devotion. You know, now if I was a baller, rich, famous, whatever, maybe I wouldn't think the same way. It's potentially there is a duality of thought process between people who have common sense and are broke, me, and people who have no common sense and got a lot of money, them. So uh, I can't answer that question because once again, I've never been put in that situation. Maybe in a few years when I'm balling, I can answer that question, which I doubt because ain't no way in the world my wife's gonna let me go. Not happening. Love her to death, but she's not letting me go, and she's been in the trenches with me since the beginning. So you just don't let a woman like that go. Now, it's also understandable that some women are used to a level of comfort that are provided to them. Now, in this case, TMZ reports that Evelyn Lozada, very attractive woman, uh, two thumbs up, is now out and about with French Montana. Seki? Say what? Huh? Now I'm not saying French Montana's a bad guy. I don't know him. Doesn't look. Everything I say, probably y'all probably saying hater. I'm not a hater because I'm just trying to figure out. Probably talented. I don't know. Don't care. Don't like it. Don't like him. Little soft. I'm not gonna lie to you. He looks soft, like a buttermilk biscuit. Yeah, he looks soft. But hey, maybe that's what she wants because she's used to dating athletes. She's a basketball wife at this point, a baseball wife, and it's rumored that Carl Crawford over the summer suspectedly had an infidelity issue or a fidelity issue. He was infidel. Okay, he cheated, but nonetheless, they say his loss, French Montana's gain, or is it? Ocho Cinco, be glad you just lost your career because Carl Crawford, you about to lose your pockets. You got one. I don't know if you ever successfully had that second, but you got one. And she gonna raid your pockets because she's used to that lifestyle. Oh yeah. Money, money, money. So bottom line, the one thing I can say, the court system in child support, they don't discriminate. They do not discriminate. They are going to do you the same way they do a brother like me. They're gonna peel your clothes off, they're gonna throw oil on you, and they're gonna beat you with some Ken and tails because they're not gonna show you any mercy. None. So good luck, bruh. You're gonna need it. Now, in closing, here is my advice for the rich and the troubled. I got five things to think about, five things to consider. Ladies, first of all, don't hire a babysitter or nanny that's hotter than you. Okay? Nothing good is going to come up about that. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. Even the average Joe can be tempted by, don't y'all watch these movies? Rock the Cradle? Don't do it. Movies are pretty close to reality. Now, dudes, if she's ridiculously beautiful and single, and you see her on Tinder or whatever dating site, she's crazy. Run as fast as you can. Justin Bieber, this is out for you, just for you only. Uh, the only reason why black people hang with you is for like scapegoat, and really don't have nothing better to do. Even Floyd Mayweather knows better. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, this is for both the rich, famous, and the broke and unfortunate. If you marry a self-absorbed person, expect ruin. That's bottom line. Sorry, it's just going to happen. Don't expect a long relationship. Just it's what it is. It is what it is. Deal with it. Take the pain. Go to the dark side. Lastly, and this is just for me, don't judge someone on their economic status. Because this guy right here, I ball on a budget on a regular, and I do it well. Ross, shout out. Roll up on Ross at the right time. You're gonna get you some nice J's. You're gonna get you some nice Kings. You're gonna get. They had some Steph Currys the other day, and because it's Christmas, I didn't get them. Normally, I wouldn't get Steph Currys, but at $60 a pop, Brian's all over it. But it is what it is. I'm working my relationship and my marriage is awesome. And hey, I already told you I'm not in charge of my house. I don't complain. It's all good. If you like this topic or other topics like this, please like, subscribe, comment below. I plan to add this to my weekly process. I'm all over the place. I do this, I do that, jack of all trades. Um, Follow me on Facebook, Type 2 Wax Performance Fitness, or Brian Matthews, my athlete page. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at Matt Shark, MATTSHRK 32, or you can watch my Twitter or my Twitch feed at Matt Shark, MAT, one T this time, SHRK 32. Um, Instagram, it's the same, Type 2 Wax Performance Fitness. I'll go ahead and leave all that information on the links below. And I want y'all to have a great Christmas. Enjoy the food. I know I am. Be safe in the holidays. Hey, and like the safe briefing always says, don't drink, don't drive. If you're going to go there, wrap it up. And if they say no, it means no. And on that note, I want to thank y'all for listening, and y'all have a great day.